Welcome to Talent-Based Branching. In this video, I'm going to walk through how to update your cadet file if you are an OCS candidate. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to navigate to this URL up here, and when you open it, it should open up and look just like your screen here without anything filled in. Before we get started, there's a couple points that I do want to point out. If there are any required fields, you need to put something in the required field, even if it's not pertinent. So just a period, a number of some sort, or it won't save correctly. We're working on fixing that, but for now you need to make sure that there is something in every required field. The second point is that this site was initially developed for ROTC and USMA cadets. So some of the data fields are going to look college-centric. We've attempted to fix that, but if you see it, just answer those data fields the best that you can to fit your information. Okay, let's get started. We'll start on the personal tab here. So you just put in your name, race, ethnicity, gender, height, etc. Most of this is self-explanatory. Do please put in all three emails, even if it's the same one. This is one of those required data fields. Then put in where you're from and be sure to select current service here, and then put in your MOS. And it is a drop down. So if we're in 11 Bravo, just type in 11 and go to 11 Bravo. Every time you put in one of these data fields, you're going to want to make sure to click Save before you move on. Let's move on to scores. Here we're going to put in all of our testing and scores, etc. So to put in a high school here, we're going to pretend that we went to Burlington High School. And we put in a class size of 400. Class rank of 200, and if you don't know this information, that's okay. Then for SATs, put in an SAT score and move on. All right. You can put in SATs or ACTs and be sure to click Save. If you've taken any AP tests, this is where you can put in an AP score. Here, when you see this new button over here, you're going to want to select New. Select the AP course you took. Let's say it was biology. We scored a 4 and we took that in 2019. We select Save and we can see that it shows up there. Put in all of your AP scores. You do want to put in as much information as possible because as we build your talent profiles, all of the information that you put in here will link back to your talent profile as we build that out. Okay, for undergraduate scores, for your GPA, you can just put in whatever your undergraduate GPA was. We'll use 3.2. For physical fitness, we already have an ACFT score in here. That's fine, but we'll go ahead and delete that, and then we will select a new one. Select your date and month. Say we took it September this year, and then these are going to be actual scores, not the raw score. Okay, these are points scored. So we'll go ahead and fill this in. Hit save, and you can see that now we have an ACFT entered. Okay, the height and weight history would do the same thing. We would enter our month, height, weight, and pass, make sure you pass height, weight there, and it will show up just like this down here at the bottom. Okay, these fields where you enter a new, you do not have to save. These fields where you type something in, you have to make sure to click Save before moving on. Let's go to the transcript. All right, so there are a couple things in here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of them. So you can do that if you put something in incorrectly. Now, we're going to go to the University of Vermont. Just type in Vermont. Select that. Do academic major. Let's see. Let's do math. Okay, it is not an ABET. That's for engineering. It is a STEM degree. Okay, no concentration, no thesis, but if you have one of those things, you can put them in here. If you have a second major or a second minor, you select that in these fields here, and then select Save when you're done. And you'll see it shows up here, but it's not showing your major or minor. For that, you're going to select this drop down, and you can see that our major is mathematics with no minor, and it is a STEM qualification. If you had put other information in, it would appear here. Now, for courses, this is a long one, but it's important to link back to your the talent fields. Okay, so you select the school that you went to, you select the year that you took the course, you put in the course name, we'll call it Calculus 101, course code, we'll call it Math 101. Our course group it's a math course, okay, it's calculus, and the course level is a 100 level, i.e. a freshman level, and because we're a math major, we've of course got an A. Okay, and the credit hours is 3. Now we save that in here and we have it shows up in our courses. This is going to be long and tedious, but I would urge you to put in your full transcript here, okay? Because what happens is courses that link to talents, let's say logical, analytical, and a statistics course, if you do well in a statistics course, that will link back to that talent. Okay, so here we're going to put in our school, college you went to, and we're going to upload our courses. Next tab is experience. Okay, on the experience tab, this is your opportunity to communicate to the branches all of the things that you have done as a soldier and prior to joining the Army. Okay, so prior service military training, we're going to select on new, and we can put in all of the things that we have done. So if we've gone to airborne school, put that in, put in the year, hit save. If we have gone to the warrior leader course, right, we type in the warrior leader course, the year, call it 2020, and hit select 2020 and hit save. So you want to go through here and add all of the schools and training that you have been to in the military. Also an opportunity to put in comments, okay, and to talk about your family military history. This is the prior service comment field is a good opportunity to put into words what you have been doing as a soldier in the Army. You've been a platoon sergeant, been a squad leader, been a rifle team leader, etc. Okay, and then if you have any family history, you can put that in here. And then we're going to select save for that field. For work experience, this is both in and out of the military. Okay, so we can select type. If you were let's say a squad leader at Fort Campbell, okay, you can put in the 101st, and we can put in our dates and month. This should pop up. So let's say we call it in August of 22 through August of 23, and we put in a squad leader and save. Okay, so we're going to go through and put in all of our military positions and civilian positions prior to joining the military, if applicable. If you speak a foreign language, you'll put that in here in languages. So you can select your language. Let's say that I am a French speaker. Okay, we can put in as if you speak this at home, or if it was the first language you learned, or if you learned it in school. Okay, then you're going to enter enter your proficiency level. Let's say we are elementary proficient in all aspects of French. We hit save, and our language skills are saved. If you have comments, you can put them in here. Don't forget to hit save. If you know computer codes, you put that in here. Same thing. Okay, if we come in here, we can put in Python, select Python proficiency level. Let's say we are limited working proficiency plus, and save. Certifications and awards. Here are all good opportunity to put in all the certifications that you have earned as a soldier. Okay, combat lifesaver, paramedic, mechanics. Okay, if you are an aviation mechanic or an avionics technician or an electrician, etc., you can put those certifications here and put your awards down here, any AAMs, ARCOMs, etc. And don't forget to hit save, of course. Now we have extracurricular activities and the sports and athletics. Now, these are geared towards ROTC and West Point right now. A lot of these are the clubs that are available at ROTC and West Point. But if you want to put in something here that is pertinent, please navigate. If you volunteer at your local church, let's say if you work, if you're chapel, so go ahead and put that in there. Other activities, if they're not listed, you can write them out. You can put in your hobbies and interests and hit save. Sports and athletics. All right, if you played in college, JV or varsity, you can select that and put the sport. Or if you play club or intramural at your at post or in your local community, you can select club. So if we were a varsity volleyball player, competitive men's, let's say volleyball position player back in 2018, we can save that. The year didn't take. Okay, make sure you have a year in there, or if it fails, it's going to give you that failure message. So then work your way back through, make sure that everything has saved and that the data is correct, and then move on to the next tab, which is our personal statement. Here, this is your opportunity to do two things. Explain why you'd be a good fit for your top 3 branches. Okay, so this is your opportunity to communicate to your top 3 why you are a good fit. Then, this additional comments. Okay, this is a good place to explain any issues with your file. Okay, so if you are deployed and you don't have access to your files, you can explain that here. Or if you went to college and had a bad experience, and then you joined the Army or went back to college or whatever, and performed better, you can explain that here. Or if there's just something interesting that you think the branches would like to know about you, you can put that in here. Okay, and then don't forget to hit save. Then the next tab is preferences, and here is where you are going to submit your branch preferences. Okay, but there's going to be a whole separate video on how to submit branch preferences. Okay, so once you're done, you want to make sure to go back through and make sure that everything has saved. Okay, check all your files, make sure that all your things are in here. And again, put in as much information as you can, because all of these things are going to link back to different talents that the branches use and that talent-based branching uses in order to find you your best fit. Okay, that is the whole thing. All right, and there will be a separate video for how to do preferences.